back to the Geek Speak Radio Show on TalkZone.com. Here's Henry and Romo.
I'm here. We're back. Welcome back to the Geek Speak Radio Show. Talking to Ashley Bell, one of the stars of The Last Exorcism, out in theaters right now as we speak. So, Ashley, let's get back into the movie a little bit more. A lot of movies that deal with not just exorcism, but just horror movies in general. A lot of the stars or the producers, they say that the set was haunted or some strange things happened. Is there anything like that happening on this set?
Yeah, the location was really creepy, actually. When we all first pulled up to the plantation, the film was filmed on location in Louisiana on a real plantation about 30 minutes outside of New Orleans. And when we all pulled up, there was a rusted machete jammed into the fence surrounding the plantation. And I just looked at everyone and I said, "We're home." And I feel that kind of just like set the mood. When you see the film, there was obviously a lot of, some production work done, but a lot of the furniture that you see in the film was the actual furniture in the plantation. So, that the bed that's in Nell's bedroom was actually there when we all got there. And, that's such a gift to be able to play off of as an actor, to have all that furniture and all that heritage just around you. I think obviously it could have been recreated anywhere, but, when you step into a place like that, you could just smell the heritage and that Southern Gothic quality in that house. Also, the house had been completely done before Katrina hit, so everything was polished but warped slightly. So all the stairs would kind of run crooked and the hallways would slant. And there was still a water line about 6 feet up that they left intact to show what happened when Katrina came through it.
Now, as an actress, is it easier to act like that when you have the real thing in front of you, or is it easier because you still have to pretend when you're in a green screen studio? Which one do you prefer?
This is kind of like, I haven't gotten a chance to work in a green screen studio, actually, but it looks awesome. For me personally, being around that much atmosphere, like original atmosphere on set, was so helpful to get into character. Daniel kind of tells this story that if any one of the characters at any time wanted to go into the kitchen and get cornflakes, they could. He wanted it that real of a feel. And also we were filming in the summer, in May and June, so it was about 90 degrees and about 100% humidity. And, you step outside and that just hits you like a warm, wet blanket. And, all of us kind of had this Louisiana film on our faces, right off the bat in the morning. And I think that really helped to kind of create that, claustrophobic feeling and that very eerie feeling of being in the South. Zoltan Hanti, the cinematographer, just kind of got all of that and got that suffocation, that you feel down there.
Yeah, I've lived in the Midwest, so I know exactly what that humidity film feels like and looks like.
Awesome.
Let me ask you this question. Let me go back to another big movie that came out a couple years ago, The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger's Oscar-winning performance afterwards, after what happened, a lot of people said that because of the way he portrayed the Joker, that it took him to a dark place. Did any of that happen to you while you were playing Nell?
It did not. I have such respect for that performance. Let me just say first off the bat, that was a huge performance. But luckily on this film, like I'd mentioned, the atmosphere Daniel created on set, I felt like since he made it so safe, it was easier to jump into every morning. I think if I took the character home at night, I would officially have to be booked into an insane asylum. So I did not take it home. I probably shouldn't say this, but it was fun. Filming a horror movie is so much fun, and I should look into that because I do play a heinously violent character and should I'd probably ask some questions about that, but to myself. I fought so hard for the role, and the hard part, at least I feel for acting, is in between jobs. When you're working, it's like vacation. Getting a chance to go to work every day and do what you love and play, such a complex character is really a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after this role, I'm not, asking what your religion is or if any, but how do you see demonic possession any differently after this role?
Yes. I had to wear a pair of 5-inch heels for the premiere, and I'm convinced that evil exists in the world out there. It's odd. Going into it, I didn't necessarily believe, but, the more tapes I listened to and the more I read, the more questions I asked. And it's a tricky subject because, it's so human. I definitely believe real evil exists in the world. And I think the creepiest thing is when people make a choice to be evil or to go somewhere, very dark in their bodies. And you even look at the world right now, war or animal cruelty or, BP, what's going on right now.
Right.
Yeah.
As for you, Ashley Bell, what kind of roles after this will you be looking for? More dramatic roles or more action-filled roles? What are you going to be looking for your next project?
I'm actually hoping for a comedy next. Actually, I go back and work out at the Groundlings all the time just to kind of focus on comedy writing and character work and everything. And I love physical comedy. If I can trip and fall over furniture and make a fool out of myself, I'm totally in for that. I'm also coming out in a film called Stay Cool that stars Winona Ryder and Chevy Chase, and that's a comedy. And I play a valedictorian in that, and that was a lot of fun to do. So
we'll definitely be hearing a lot more from Ashley Bell. Again, Ashley Bell stars in The Last Exorcism, out in theaters right now as we speak. Directed by Daniel Stamm, produced by Eli Roth, starring Ashley and Patrick Fabian as Reverend Cotton Marcus. Ashley, you play Nell, right?
I do, yes.
And so again, thanks a lot for coming on and talking to us. This audience was really looking forward to this movie.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, and anytime you want to come back, you're more than welcome.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Okay, Ashley, have a good one.
Bye.